This video is all about the volumetric analysis of NECO WAEC Chemistry 2020 that is going to be taking place on 21st October 2020. And there are things I would like you to understand here. This video will expose you to NECO WAEC question number 1 practical chemistry. And this is the rotor stand, and this is the clamp, and this is the clip to hold the burette. This is the burette, and this is the pipette. Here we have the conical flask, and this is solution A, and the other one is solution B. Maybe you don't know how to fix this in exam. Look at it. For you to feel this, they will give you something like filter paper or tie so that you can use it to check the color change. But here I will be using my white board here rather than using this side. Okay, I want you to know that to fix this is very, very simple. Watch how I fix this. Here I am to insert the burette so that it will be on the burette stand. Watch it very carefully. Okay, make sure that you are gentle on it so that you will not break the burette. You know, the burette is a glass. The clip here is used to slow down the speed of the flow of the acid in the burette. Remember that is the solution A, and the solution A is being added into the burette. And after this addition or pouring of the acid using the funnel, I am sorry that I couldn't be able to show you the video up to the funnel. And after that, make sure you remove the funnel. The reason why we remove the funnel is so that the drops from this funnel will not fall back into the already marked readings. For instance, I have marked that I have 0. Now, if I leave the funnel, there are some drops that can add up to that and will disrupt the reading. This is the reason why you need to remove the funnel after this. What I'm doing here is that I am trying to check to reduce the volume because it overflowed, reach over the minus sign. Therefore, I need to reduce it by pouring it back to the solution A. Now, I did it gradually. I'm going to bring it closer so that you will see what I actually did. Next thing to go for is to pipette. Therefore, this is my pipette and this is the solution B. I do this by sucking it up. I believe your teacher might have shown you this, but if I have not shown you, just make sure you put your mouth at the wider part and suck it up. Please don't let the liquid enter into your mouth. But whenever you see that happening, make sure you use clean water to wash your mouth. That is, make sure you wash your mouth thoroughly. It is not that it kills, but it is important you do that. Watch at the mark as the thing is coming closer. Here I pour it gently inside the conical flask that I want to use for the experiment. After pipetting, you add methyl orange to it in drops. The color of the methyl orange in the base is yellow. Next is to titrate it with acid by by reducing the volume of the burette, by touching the clips so that there will be a little good flow of the acid. And while you are doing this, you keep on shaking the conical flask. The truth about this is that I have actually done the experiment 2 times before showing you this, and I have gotten my record. I drop it. Now this is just a showcase of my second titer. And remember that we don't need to make this video to be too long so that it will not cost you on your data. Therefore, just know that this is just for the second titer. Here, there is a color change. Therefore, we need to look at the position where this color change happened. This is our endpoint. The change occurred at 22.4. Although it's going towards 5, but we are using 22.4 as our second titer in this experiment. After getting values of your volume of acid used by doing the first, second, and third titration. The next thing to go for is to write your tables. First, indicate your pipette volume used. For here, I am using 25 centimeter cube. Make sure you know what the pipette volume is in your school. You should also indicate the indicator that you are using here. Generally, we are using methyl orange. Then the next thing to do is to state that all bullet readings are in centimeter cube. Your tables of value will look like this. The reason for inserting this centimeter cube here, centimeter cube here, is to take care of all the values I'm going to insert here. Although I have stated that all bullet readings are in centimeter cube, but because of sometimes the examiners might not see this and they will see this. Therefore, you have no way to be penalized. You have written it here and you have written it here. You can't be penalized. Make sure that you do this experiment more 2 times, taking care of the rough titer, the first titer. It is not compulsory that your table looks exactly like mine. Here you will see that I did not add the acid again. I make sure that the bullet reading was not changed. But here I added back the acid. That is why it went back to 0.00. The same thing happens here. And this was the one you watched in the video. That was my second titer. The next thing to do is to find the average volume of the acid used. Here we are using the first, second, and third titer, all over 3. If you change the first titer to be 22.60, the second titer to be 22.40, the third titer to be 22.20, then divided by 3. Summing it up, we will have, therefore the average volume here becomes 22.40 centimeter cube. Now from this, I have questions that I would like us to look into that has to do with this. I did not tell you what is in the solution A before and what is in solution B, but now we are going to know what is in solution A and what is in solution B by following a sample questions that you likely see on 21st October 2020 in NECO-WAEC volumetric analysis. A is a solution of hydrochloric acid containing 5 gram per dm cube. B is a solution of impure sodium triisocarbonate containing 7.3 gram per dm cube. Using average volume of acid used to be 22.4 centimeter cube, calculate 1. Concentration of A in mole per dm cube. 2. Concentration of B in mole per dm cube. 3. Percentage purity of sodium triisocarbonate 4 in B. You have to take H to be 1, chlorine to be 35.5, sodium triisocarbonate 4 to be 106 gram per mole. Solution to the question. Remember that this is impure. This volume is that pipette volume. This volume is the average volume of acid used. This is gotten from the ratio of the acid-base ratio from the equation. The first question asks us to calculate the concentration of A in mole per dm cube. The best relationship to use in calculating the concentration of A in mole per dm cube is to use the mass concentration of A in gram per dm cube against the molar mass and the molar concentration. Now, if we use the mass concentration, which is 5 gram, molar concentration can be gotten since we know the molar mass of A to be 36.5. Don't forget to use your calculator. Okay, this is our answer. And don't forget to insert the unit of your calculation or the unit of the quantity. The second question asks us to find the concentration of B in mole per dm cube. Remember, this is VB, VA, NA, NB, and we have also gotten CA. Therefore, let's write out all the parameters we have and know the one that we don't have. From this, we can use the formula CAVA, CBVB equals to NA all over NB. Now, if we insert the values, we will have
If we use cross multiplication, we will have, if we make CB the subject formula, we will have, mind you, to make CB the subject formula, we divide both sides by 2 times 25. That's if I divide this will cancel this and remain only CB. Where you come over here to cancel this. Now let's sum the numerator and the denominator. Okay, let's go for the third question. The third question asks us to look for percentage purity of sodium thiocarbonate 4 in B. And the formula for percentage purity is pure sample all over impure sample times 100%. But we don't have a specific statement whether it is in volume or in mass. But here we have concentration in gram per dm cube of the impure sample to be 7.3 gram. Look at it. You can recall when I told you that this thing is the impure sample. Therefore, it is 7.3 gram per dm cube. That is the impure sample.
Then the pure sample of solution B should come from our answer in solution B, this value. But this thing is in mole, the other one is in gram. Now we need to convert this value to gram per dm cube so that we can compare. Here we are going to use the same relationship we use, mass concentration equals to molar concentration times molar mass. Inserting the values we have comparing it with that of impure sample, okay? Inserting the values we will have, which further gives us, here we are through with the question. Now let's look for another question. Then from that other question, we can call it a day. A is a solution of hydrochloric acid. B is a solution containing 1.59 gram of anhydrous sodium thiocarbonate 4 in 250 centimeter cube of solution. And we are going to be using the average volume of acid to be 22.4 centimeter. And from there, we calculate concentration of B in mole per dm cube, concentration of A in mole per dm cube, concentration of A in gram per dm cube, then the volume of gas involved in the reaction at STP, taking H to be 1, and taking H to be 1, taking C to be 12, taking O to be 16, taking N to be 23, and taking Cl to be 35.5. Let's do this. From this equation, we are to know that the ratio between the acid and the base is 2:1. Therefore, Na is 2, Nb is 1. Then from the question, we have mass of 1.59 gram of hydrous sodium thiocarbonate 4 in 250 centimeter cube of solution. Here we are going to convert this to be the mass concentration. Converting this value to be in dm cube, then we can get our mass concentration. Remember I said first we calculate the mass concentration, that is concentration of B in mass. Remember I said we calculate the mass concentration of solution B in gram per dm cube before going for this concentration of B in mole per dm cube. Therefore we convert 1.59 gram in 250 centimeter cube to mass concentration of solution B. Mass of solute in gram all over volume of solution in dm cube. Therefore, converting that 250 centimeter cube to dm cube will be 250 centimeter cube divided by 1000, which will give us 0.25. This yields, then from here we can introduce the mass concentration, molar concentration times molar mass relationship. Here we know the molar mass of the base B, that is, we know the molar mass of the solution B to be 106, and we know the mass concentration to be 6.36. By calculation, we have, don't forget to use your calculator. In the beginning of this solution, we found out that Na is equal to 2, Nb is equal to 1. In the last calculation, we found out that Cv is equal to 0.06 mole per dm cube. But our Ca is not given. Va remains 22.4 centimeter cube. Our Vb is 25.0 centimeter cube. Using Ca, Va all over Cb, Vb equal to Na all over Nb, we will have, by cross multiplication, we will have, if we divide through by 22.4 times 1, in both sides, we can reduce this approximation to 3 decimal places. We will have, okay? The third question is asking us to find the concentration of A in gram per dm cube. Here we are going to use the relationship between molar concentration, molar mass, and mass concentration. Okay, if we insert the values, we will have, and for me, I believe this question you are watching is 85% type of question they are going to bring in October 21st chemistry practical question number 1. And one thing here is that I am saying this because of the specimen given to us. The specimen given to us, they were not very, very specific on a particular volume of acid to use. They are not very, very specific on a particular density of acid to use. Therefore, they really want to know what the density of the teacher used, which I'm trying to tell you that I believe this question should be what you should be expecting to see on 21st October. This is not by subscribing for anyone to give you expo. If you have this question with you, I believe you will have 70% preparation for your NECO. Let's go for the last question. The same volume of gas evolved in reaction at STP. We need to check back the equation of the reaction. Let's look at it very well. This points that 1 mole of this will produce 1 mole of this. And we had 0.06 mole of this sodium triisocarbonate 4 that is going to produce 1 mole of carbon 4 oxide. Since they asked us to find the volume, we go with mole is given mass all over molar mass, or given volume all over molar volume. The molar volume of all gases at STP is 22.4 dm cubed. Therefore, we have this given volume can also be said to be the evolved volume. Here we make the given volume, which is the same thing as the evolved volume, the subject formula we have from our calculation. The answer is. Thank you for watching this video, and make sure you subscribe for subsequent video. You can share it with your friends, mostly people that are doing chemistry and mathematics. And in subsequent times, I'll be producing videos on mathematics, making it simpler for you on this YouTube channel. Make sure you watch this again.